Well, I was going through some more of these magazines and I found some interesting stuff. This is a July 2013. We have the FTDX 1200 and the 3000 in the front page. And I noticed I always thought these radios were like almost the same. What I did notice though is it says the first IF frequency is set at 40 megahertz. The 3000 is a down conversion 9 megahertz first IF. So not completely sure what that means. With this one being the first IF at 40 megahertz, I would guess that there's some intermediate frequency, and prior to that there's some like big broad amount of spectrum that's converted to 9 megahertz or 40, or is it that this is looking at like I don't know, I don't understand how it works, but anyway, supposedly one is more better than the other. More better, if that's a word. So yeah, this is kind of interesting to look through this catalog. And I've never heard of Maldol. Some interesting projects. One of the things that's really kind of interesting to see is, well, this catalog is about 11 years old. I have never seen these radios. I've seen these to show the 450D, which I have right over here. I've owned an 857D. I owned an 818. I did not have an 817. I've never owned an 897. We have here Ham Pros. I'm pretty sure they're not in business. Lots of Icom radios. I believe I had IC 2000. And I did actually have this ID 880. It was a real pain. Real pain to operate. I did not know that this radio has been around for that long. I have that radio. I bought one of these brand new 2014 or 15. Yeah. Not really sure when, but anyway. It was in a storage unit that got broken into and ended up losing it. I found, though, mine said it was made in Japan, but I found one, oh God, probably almost 5 years ago now. Maybe even more. Somewhere around 2017 or 18, maybe. I found one on OfferUp for $40. Look at the prices. ALS 500 for $8.99. Like, they're not that cheap now. We're gonna see all this stuff disappear too because MFJ is gone, and it is what it is. Elenco. I don't really know anybody that's ever owned these things, but I've seen a couple of them for sale here, there, and the. That's a receiver. That's a transceiver, and they would call it like a hybrid receiver, because I guess it's technically an SDR radio. They have ads for the Flex 6000. Never had a Flex. and never had an alpha. I think that's the one that what? There's a local guy. He's constantly burning up his amplifiers, breaking them, and then another guy too, and people just having problems with them. I think it was that brand, but I don't know. What do we got here? So it's kind of cool to look at a magazine, you know, from 11 years ago. I started reading this article because I have this tuner. It's a really kind of weird tuner because it uses a 1-to-1 balun inside of it, and it's always in line. But they did like a bunch of nice reviews and stuff in here. There's ads for DX Engineering, AES. Most of these companies never put their prices in here. So you get the 5,000, the 3,000. You don't. I think you can still buy 5,000s, but I don't see them advertising. You have the 950. The 950 is an interesting radio. Some people said it was the same as the 1200. I don't think so. People also said the 1200 is the same as the 3000, which I don't think so also. Is this an ad for that particular tuner? The 9982, yeah. So I don't know what they differentiate this one as. 2,500 watts continuous carrier. So it's a lot more expensive than that one. I have an older version of this one. I have two older versions. I have that one too. I believe this one has been robbed of its roller inductor and replaced with a newer one, which I believe these ones are all supposed to have the ceramic roller inductor, but that one, it does not. Maybe it's just a crossover year. But usually when you see these kind, they're actually the better ones. These new ones, they use this. They're not really. Oh, you can see it right here, kind of. This one's different because it uses some silver edge wound crap, but these ones don't. So, anyway, it's kind of fun looking through here. I have that tuner. That tuner's actually kind of held its price and not really went up, which is interesting. I think the 989 is probably around the same price. But like I was saying, all that stuff's going to go up because, you know, MFJ is gone. They're gone. It's really kind of too bad. Now, MFJ is like an invaluable resource for people that can't make their own stuff. Who want to buy off-the-shelf stuff, don't want to spend a ton of money, don't mind if there's a compromise in quality. So, with them out of the market, things are going to be kind of strange. The R&L Electronics ad. So, Hakko, their soldering irons to me look like frickin' toys. Spectrum Analyzer, and these are actually still that much money. Which place is this? ABR Industries is what it looks like. Cable Experts. So yeah, it's just kind of cool seeing what's in the catalogs. Tokyo High Powers is still being advertised. which you can't get anymore. Time Wave. Kenwoods. KX1. M squared beams. Signal Link. I don't know what this is. Some kind of meter. Elk antennas. Spider beam. So basically, for the most part, not a lot has changed. One thing that wasn't real prevalent back then was Bowfangs and stuff like that. I did not realize that this radio had been out for this long. I really didn't know that that radio came out back then. A 990. So they've been running that thing into the dirt. Wow.